Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Lions, and Cross Watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need? Read for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon in Cancer, December into January 2023. And I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace, from a professional witch. It's available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box, and it tickles me pink. You know what else tickles me pink? Being a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. My favorite thing to date. Lovely members-only subscription platform allows me to set different levels of subscription, give them different benefits. We got 8 tiers at the moment: Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess. All of my subscribers across the board get me every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me, you know, typing as they go, talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. And it's my favorite way to start the day, even though it rhymes. And all of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, get all the extended readings that I have done past, present, and future. Sure, you can pay per view on Vimeo.com, please do. But if you want all of them, Seeker, first level, $3 USD a month, you can get all of those, and the daily live streams in the morning, the daily check-ins, and God Goddess, the top tier, gets everything. So if you want to see the spectrum of what's going on there, go click the link and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Angelo Lyons. Oh, Saggies, just call me Mal. And these are my favorite series of readings, the 5-card draws. So let's get down to biz and have some fun if possible. If you are new to the channel, a 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case, a waxing from new to full. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's a lot of astrology going on we want to take a look at before cards hit the table. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, to help you align your intentional work, your spell work, your law of attraction, who's he, what's, Abraham Hicks, The Secret, whatever you're doing, to plant a seed at the new and help it grow to harvest at full. For when the moon rides at her peak, any heart's desire seek. Let's have a look-see-duck-see. The new moon in Capricorn, Friday, December 23rd. Now we're looking at a 2-week period of Friday to Friday. Friday is the day of Venus, a vendredi, mon ami, mes amis. December 23rd, 5:17 a.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, if you can't tell. Chiron goes direct that day. The wounded healer, the asteroid. See where it is in your chart, because I think this is going to hit everybody. Chiron going direct in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the ego, the personality, the self, the child of the zodiac. That could be interesting. And then, of course, we've got a Mercury retrograde coming on the 29th, right, of December, in Capricorn, which is why the new moon in Capricorn on a Friday, really good for like long-term, highest potential love, relationships, all that Venus stuff. Might be a good idea to do that as Hermes, Mercury, goes direct and will go retrograde, will go direct, pardon me, January 18th, 2023. So that's a nice chunk we're starting the year with. But before it goes direct, of course, we will have the full moon in Cancer. Friday, as I said, Friday to Friday, January 6th, 6:08 p.m. So think about that. Cardinal Earth Capricorn new moon, highest potential, right? Top of the mountain, step by step. We'll get there over, 2 weeks. And to then literally bring it home, 4th house, Cardinal Water, Cancer on a Friday. This could be love in all sorts of different ways. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more clues, tips, and hints about the timeline. We're about to look at the seed, if you want, and how you can help it grow and manifest, as well as Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You might have 4 different seeds that are all in some way interconnected. That's why I say look at the titles of the other videos, and if you see a repetition, usually that's a hint, a clue, a tip, what have you. And cross-watchers, if you apply this, what hits the table for whoever you are cross-watching for, you will have some insight, maybe some compassion and some understanding. But if you apply this energy to yourself, do the mantra, you know, whatever's indicated, you'll be manifesting something for yourself as well and helping everyone, the cross-watcher, as well as in this case the Sagittarius Collective, do the same, because our heart's desires, our element of fire, our first card down, our heart's desires, we can't get rid of them. They're written in. They're part of our sacred contracts. Carolyn Mace, MYSS, she's a PhD, you know, your soul contracts and all that stuff. So the more of us who can manifest our heart's desires, the more this place becomes more loving. Heaven on earth. I call it permanent paradise planet Earth with people still on it, because paradise planet without people is easy. Just let nature do her thing. So that's what I'm here to do, is help you manifest your heart's desire. Water, earth, air, and fire. Ooh, bringing people together with spirit. It's tagline of Drawing the Circle. Enough explanation. Let's do some divination. And that shift happens in the still point. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And they're ready. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Sagittarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. It's their element, the element of fire. So what is the spell fragment to help them clarify, refine, hone what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire? This new to full December, January 2023. We may have some feline intervention. I'm keeping my eye on my cats and the mama vision. Peace, darling. Peace is your heart's desire, or perhaps peace is required to manifest your heart's desire. Oh, you get a Celtic goddess on this one. Brigid, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. Now, you're looking at Imbolc, not Yule, but peace, you know, come on, light, it's got a candle, element of fire, the festival, the season of lights, right? Like, everybody's lighting candles and Yule logs, etc., etc. So, Brigid, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace is flame. So that's even an internal. And come on, for a Sagittarius, that's fire and fire. I think we're good. Now, the element of earth. Let's ground that, as well as you want some fuel to feed the fire, right? So the crystal oracle makes sense. Element of earth. If you have the stone indicated, wonderful. You want to use it as an amulet or a talisman. Amulet is away. It's protection. Right? Get rid of it. Talisman is toward. But maybe just a touchstone, a reminder, a piece of jewelry, anything. If you have the stone indicated, if you don't, clear quartz does everything. But you can use anything physical, tangible. I like jewelry, so I can just be like, there it is. So let's take a nice deep breath, shall we? Still point. And here we go. I call upon and to my beloved Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of which I am apparently named after, the Archangel of Lyons, the Archangel of Earth, one of the Archangels of Earth powers of the North, animal, vegetable, mineral, all of that, Archangel of Wealth. Please, one card in clarity for the element of Earth, the fuel to feed the fire, to manifest the heart's desire that is or requires peace for the Sag and the Cross Watchers. This new to full rose quartz. Come on, you got a rose quartz. Everybody's got a rose quartz. We're issued one at birth, I'm pretty sure. Rose quartz. Obviously, we're going for a very peaceful, emotional, heart-centered stone. Happy for you. Rose quartz. This one's a little long. You get a prayer with it. The keywords unconditional love, peace. We'll call that a double whammy at this point. Peace and peace. Joy, loving thoughts. Come on, it's the holidays. And the Sagittarius are the fun ones, right? Ruled by Jupiter, Jove, joviality, work. Blessings! Exclamation point. You are being bathed in love, light, and healing energy by the universe and those who dearly love and treasure you. Shall we? This is a time of peace and joy. I don't know. This feels very, very holiday season. This is a time of peace and joy and a time to reflect on all you are grateful for. Share your love and blessings with your friends and loved ones. Remember, the more love you give, the more love you automatically receive in return. Like, maybe not from the people. Feline intervention. Boys, do I have to turn this? Do I have to pull this video over? I know, you had some catnip today. Motherhood. Remember, the more you love, the more you automatically receive in return, because love is the truth of who we are. So the more love you give, the more love you have to give. Even Course in Miracles says love is the thing, you know, that the more you give, the more you truly are, or something like that. Know that you truly deserve all the blessings coming your way. Excellent. The following is a short prayer you may wish to recite so that others may also open their hearts to the healing power of love. Okay. Let's see. We pray for love to heal and guide us, to illuminate our hearts and minds, so that we may all come to see and feel the sacred flame of light each hold within. A light within me, peace is flame. This is double whammying all over the place. For then we shall truly know beyond all doubt that only love is real. Only love is eternal, because that's who we are at core. One love. Bob Marley, manifested as billions of people, places, and things throughout an ever-expanding universe. Please don't make me do math, because this is a more heart-centered thing. Come on. Element of air. Air does not need fire, but fire does need air. So it's the thoughts you think, the mind, the element of thought. You can change your thoughts as quickly as you change your breath pattern, right? So there are two ways to do this card. Usually I find them symbiotic. One is whatever the word's written, like dreams. Think about it. Meditate upon it. Like, what is your dream of peace, even if it's not a nocturnal, sleepy, you know, forever young kind of dream. The other is these are healing angels, and they exist, but they don't come unless they're called, right? They do not cross boundaries uninvited. Sort of like vampires, but they give more than they take, and really, stylistically, the wings are drastically different. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm having fun. Just roll with it. And I love Sagittarius. I've had a lot of Sagittarius lovers in my life. Still point. Sit with that. Still point. Oh, okay. As I call upon the angels and archangels of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south, beloved legions of Archangel Michael. One card in clarity, please, for these beloved Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the element of air to stoke that fire, to manifest their heart's desire of peace with that rose quartz unconditional love and all that, and a side, a heart chakra fries? The element of air and the healing angels ready to, in the wings, with their wings, ready to swoop in and help at their call this new to full December, January. Retreat! Retreat! Run away! Run away! The healing angels of retreat. Here's the contemplation. What would their function be? Would they help you retreat into your own healing? Would they bring you a path through which you could retreat to heal? A tactical retreat within the self, and this is all, it feels very all heart stuff inside, right? A light within me, peace is flame, and lighting the flame of love in the heart. In order to do that during the holiday season, it may mean that you need to pull back. Right? And then, of course, there are spiritual retreats, places that you go to, you know, somewhere in nature, whether it's a spa or just the backyard. That's the gig, retreat. And if you're surrounded by people, that doesn't mean you can't open your heart and go in there and, Sagittarius, put a smile on your face and sit back. You know? An option. Interesting. Read. Healing angels of retreat. So what would that prayer sound like? All right, healing angels of retreat, help! It's like, yeah, they're not as precise. And, you know, to call in angels, I find I don't need to, like, draw on the floor with chalk different geometric symbols and making me do math. I think the angels are pretty open to us at this point, huh? Anyway, element of water, Whispers of Love Oracle, Angela Hartfield. Love this deck, and it often turns the party because this has the romancy, lovey-dovey cards in it, but they're not all that. Regardless, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Obviously, there are other people involved, one would think, with that rose quartz vibe. So their higher selves get a say too. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Let's knock this out of the park. I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The element of water, the energy and emotion, the energy and motion we experience as emotion, as divine beings and immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies. For the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this, reading the piece of guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power for the emotional part of this, the love part of this. Kitties! So that can manifest their heart's desire of peace with rose quartz and the healing angels of retreat, this new to full. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So I think that speaks to that retreat in the element of air. You know, depending on where and how and with whom you were surrounded by growing up, speaking truth might be a little tricky, right? Particularly, and this may not be for everybody, but if you're really feeling a wicked vibe in the room, Sagittarians, you're known for spitting out them flaming arrows of truth, which sometimes are incredibly helpful, but they're not always necessarily peaceful. You know what you should do? No, but you're going to tell me anyway, right? That kind of thing. Pull back. Be honest with yourself. Start there. Not ready to have this conversation. Why? Because I'm not at peace. And these are people that I love, but they're tap dancing on my last nerve, or whatever your situation is. So you can be honest with people and say, look, I just need to rest and pull back for a little bit. We will talk about this, and I love you. That's the bottom line. Kitties? Oh, excuse me for a moment. Never work with animals or children on stage. W.C. Fields, look it up. Look, my boys are lovely. I love them. It's just, we need some kind of like sleepy catnip atomizer or something in the house before I go on camera, but whatever. Go lay down. I'm such a cat mama. Anyway, so honesty is essential right here, right? Because here's the thing. If you want more peace in your life, the truth will set you free, but it'll probably piss you off first. Gloria Steinem quote. I'm a feminist. So to do this with an open heart, it might say, look, I love you all. I really do. But my last nerve is just fried or whatever. I want to establish peace within myself. And then let's talk. Let's talk. Nothing like a nice boundary, a nice, clear, healthy boundary set to preface things, right? Instead of saying things or not saying things so everybody stays comfortable while you're tied in knots and not at peace. The card of spirit, the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck, which is why a piece of rose quartz would be helpful. Do the mantra, cast the spell with a piece of rose quartz, calling in the healing angels of retreat, and with the knowing, the emotional knowing. It's like, I'm going to start with that honesty within myself. This would be the mantra over the 2-week period to help you manifest this heart's desire with the energy, right? It's like plugging it in. You got the components, the spirit unifies it. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm watching you, Balthazar. Sort of. Still point. Alright, here we go. I'm calling upon the Ascended Masters of Peace, because a lot of you are, and I could use some myself right now. Right? The serenity to accept the things I can't change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference, because a spell is a spell, a prayer is a prayer. What is the element of spirit? Beloved Ascended Masters of peace and love and understanding. What's so funny about that? The perfect healing mantra for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of spirit. To charge and align this rose quartz energy, casting for peace, calling in the healing angels, and honesty being essential. This new to full. I love this one. This is perfect. New to full, December, January 2023. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. If I'm unsure, it's always a no. I live by that. Do I make this call right now? No, but I add to that in parentheses, for now. Sometimes I need a nap. Sometimes I need some lunch, right? It's like, I'm not ready. Retreat! Run away! Now, I'm a witch. Witches do not run from, we run to. We run toward. Terry Pratchett, Winter Smith, read the book. That's everything I really needed to learn about witchcraft I learned from Terry Pratchett, right? So this is more of an internal thing. Be the peace you seek to see in the world, right? Gandhi. We're just throwing quotes through my throat chakra at you today. So I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. And this is real freedom, Sagittarius. Right? This is real freedom. It's like, only I can make this choice and acknowledge I'm feeling apprehension. Apprehension is usually about something in the future, right? You want to try and avoid pain, and what's the best way to do this? I'm apprehensive. A little different than anticipation, right? It's making me wait. So to just start with acknowledging apprehension, it's quite the intuitive thing. Whoop. There are a lot of uhs in here. Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing could stop me. But when I'm unsure, it's always a no. Again, perhaps at least for now. Let me retreat. When apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of a constant back and forth between polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisive, empowering choices, and peaceful ones, right? As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that it's either your heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern you're about to repeat. Dealing with family, anybody over the holidays? Just saying, is his voice on up really high? Or is it a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure about how to step onto the biggest stage you dream of commanding, right? That's huge, because both can feel true, but to acknowledge it, retreat, and then be honest with yourself. I don't know. Is this, I'm about to do something I've done before that doesn't work, or am I about to step into something much larger that's, destined? The power of discernment bubbles closer to the surface the more often your apprehensions are acknowledged, and it is needed to determine which of these two options is true. Lead or gold. There we go. This mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness. Saggies, you can be. Balancing impulsive behaviors. Saggies, you can be. And trusting your instincts, which I've never seen a Sagittarius that didn't get around to that sooner rather than later. So this makes a lot of sense. Like, your peace of heart as well as your peace of mind is what's being waxed here. So let's do what I do at the end of every reading. A little blessimation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation, but my witches know it's a spell. I literally cast spells at the end of all of my videos in some way, shape, or form, so buckle up. And let's see what comes out my mouth. And then at the end of this, it's the end of the video, but the end of the reading, but I do have to release all of you, and I do that by letting any residual goofiness in my energy field come out and bless the world. Please take a nice deep breath. These are my favorite readings. Still point. A little joviality goes a long way. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the beloved Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. This new moon in Capricorn, 2 full moon in Cancer, December into January 2022, that they can acknowledge apprehension, because when it's a yes, nothing can stop them. If they're unsure, it's always a no, at least for now. And that honesty is essential. That to be a loving person, it's important that they speak truthfully in a loving manner, but it feels like this starts certainly from within. Hence, may they call upon the healing angels of retreat to maybe get them in their own energy field, even if they're surrounded by people, or an exit strategy, step by step, breath by breath, with that unconditional love, that healing, that blessing of relationships, that prayer of the open heart, lighting that heart light from within in order to manifest their heart's desire of peace, peace within themselves, peace within the family, peace on earth. And so, Bridget, Goddess, in your sacred name, a light within us all, peace's flame, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. Yeah. Lovely. Joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Never know what's going to come the fuck up out of my mouth at the end of this. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up and like it, when Sagitt crabby asses. Help the other Saggies find it. If you want more of me here on YouTube, I don't know, subscribe if you're feeling it. I'm the fun one. And hit that notification bell, because the holidays, I may or may not be traveling. There's a blizzard heading towards the East Coast now, so there may go my holiday travel plans. So I'll be here working. Hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when something hits. And if you want to book me for a private reading, clients come first. I am a Virgo. There's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal. I don't know how that happened. It just happened. Explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal, as a matter of fact, but perhaps were afraid to ask, though I've never met a Sagittarian that was afraid to ask anything. And if you want the deeper dive, I'm not kidding. More magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal. Come retreat. Tim, come Patreon on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawing the circle. Seriously. Just go look at the 8 different categories, levels of subscription, and see what I am dishing out there, because I think you'll dig it, and I'm a lot of fun. So let me just end this by saying thank you for watching. I love you, Sagittarians, past, present, and future, and seriously wishing you the very best and the very, very blessed of this waxing phase, Friday to Friday, that you be the peace that you seek to be in the world. Hang in there. I love you. Heal. Hail. Farewell. Blessed, blessed be.